For a person with anxiety, it's every little thing is an insecurity of mine. I don't know. Just, I feel like if people were to put me in that niche, it'd just be like an embarrassing image of myself. I wouldn't be able to like deep dive into it because I'm not in a therapy session right now. But I guess one thing that kind of comes up often is just not being liked by people. I think I've dealt with that a long time. Like growing up, I've always tried to like put on a persona or something to get people to like me more. There's that saying of like, you know, be your truest self. And it's like you hear that, but like I still wouldn't do that, I guess. And I'm definitely myself now, but I still have the insecurity of people not liking me.
I feel really self-conscious walking around sometimes. I don't really know why. I think it's because someone can see you just one time in whatever you're doing or wearing or saying, and that moment will just define what they'll think about you forever. That's something that lingers in my head a lot more after I moved here.
It's funny how difficult this is for me for some reason. I think it's hard for me I hate to say anything about myself because I feel like I know that although there are patterns, I think every person is inconsistent and can be one thing in one moment and a different thing in the next.
Something that I'm anxious about in the future. I don't know what I'm anxious about and what other people are anxious about for me. Maybe to always be in this uncertain place, even though that's okay. I'm also learning how to have the long view on the future instead of this like very anxious short-term view.
I feel pretty lost career-wise. I feel like you can really go through school on the straight line and go to college and people just kind of keep telling you what to do. And then you reach the end of that path and you're dropped off in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, I would tell my 17-year-old self to start thinking about the future. Don't just be stuck in the day-to-day.
I've been kind of afraid of the different ways that my life can go recently. You know, it's scary. There's so many options out there, and it's a fear of, am I making the right choices in life? Am I taking too safe of a route? Am I happy in what I do? I'm not, and I know I'm not, but it's safe, and it's good, and it makes money, and
I don't know. I think it's just like when you hit adulthood, it's like everything really starts to sink in about what your life is going to be like in your future. Like once you get your first job and stuff like that, it's like here's a path that has been laid out for me and I can like break from that path at some point or just keep doing this forever, which is kind of daunting. And then also just like learning all these new things and trying not to fuck up and act like you know what you're doing all the time.
I feel like I always talk about this. With anyone I meet, I'll blabber on to them about how much I wish I could do art. And I kind of don't like that I've had that conversation so often. One day I'll do this, you just watch, I tell people. And it's the mindset of, do I put myself and my identity over my responsibilities? God fucking damn it, teams. You ruined I'm gonna mute my computer. Oh, I don't want to work. I don't want to do this anymore, man.
What's the difference between being lonely and being alone? Man, I'm so lonely right now. Kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think I have trouble being alone, despite also not wanting to be around people all the time.
Something I really love about being here is that you can do almost anything alone and still feel the company of so many people around you, which is pretty cool.
I like recording everything because it gives me that feeling too sometimes, like I'm a part of everything without trying. I enjoy being alone a lot of the times, actually. I think the difference is if you say you're feeling lonely, then you're likely not fine. But if you say you like being alone, then you're actually probably doing just fine.
When I'm alone, I feel like I end up scrolling on social media or watching YouTube, just kind of zoning out. not being really present with myself.
I definitely now feel less of that anxiety when I'm alone. I didn't like the feeling of being by myself, working in an apartment. Like, I don't know. It's been a while since I've felt like legitimately lonely.
Because like I could be a really outgoing person, keep up with going out every single night, but sometimes I need time alone too to just like process things. And I feel like every time my friends see me alone, they assume I'm lonely and try to drag me out. But no, I just like being alone sometimes. And that's the difference.
I worry about other people's loneliness in my life. And I want them to be happy and to not be lonely. I think loneliness is such a dangerous thing. Friends I know moving to different cities or starting new lives, you encounter it a lot more.